At times, God, in His infinite mercy, will give you the grace because it requires grace at times. Some might call it discipline. Don't forget that there are moments whereby you do not want to do something, but somehow you don't know why you are doing this thing. Can we say that Mary is lucky? Sort of. Because if this thing that we are talking about is for real, then I can as well say Mary missed that bullet. Mary missed that bullet. Now, let us even get into the nitty-gritty of this matter. Let us go deeper. Yes, let us go deeper into it. Now, recall that when Edochie announced, when he announced this thing, when he announced it, he announced polygamy. He was trying his best to come into Mary's life as usual. Like, you know what? Let's just continue as husband and wife. But she, being a serious woman, she had rejected this. She had rejected it. She said, no, mister, I'm no longer involved with you anymore. As from today, let your life stay where your life wants to be, but not in my own life. I cannot live my life with you anymore. Keep your lifing with your Ijele. That's your Ijele. Don't come telling me the stories of how you had to do what you had to do. All this your talk are selfish, useless, unintelligent, wicked. Don't come telling me trash. I'm not interested. I don't want to even know. She held her ground. So you let Edochie back then. Now, this talk, let me just give you this talk. But before we proceed further, please like, share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, returning subscribers, and those that have been here, I say a very big thank you to you. And to those that have tapped on that thanks button, the one with the love icon, $ in the middle of it, may God bless you. May God replenish your pockets. And to those that are just coming across this platform, kindly tap on that subscribe button. And if you like what we do here, you want to encourage us more, you can as well tap on that button that says thanks. Yo, Edochie. You know, Edochie, I tried. You know, Edochie had tried so hard. You know, Edochie tried so hard. You know, Edochie tried so hard to get himself back into Mary's life. He did everything. Was he doing these things so as to blame Mary? Like, you see, it's Mary that cost us this thing. I told you that Mary was going to see married men. Is it Mary that did this thing to us, or who did it? So sad. So sad. Was that what it was supposed to be? Was the blame supposed to be put on Mary? Imagine if Mary had accepted. Imagine if Mary had agreed and said, okay, let us just be husband and wife and forgive ourselves, or just for one night. What would have become of Mary Aligwe? Terrible, isn't it? Terrible. What would have happened would be a story that cannot be said, that should not even be talked about. Anyway, she had to kind of she had to petition, and Edochie was restricted. Yes, Edochie was restricted. She had to get a petition to stop, to curb the aggressiveness and violent act of Edochie. Edochie wanted to come back, return, and act like husband. Oh my God. Oh my God. Just think for a second if she had agreed, if she had accepted, if she had allowed it. So now, Cutie Juice, the blog that dropped the update, will now be telling us stories. Stories that we don't want to hear. That do you know that a certain Ijele and a certain Isimili Ejiofor did this, did that, and their act of doing now cost someone who had nothing to do with something to now begin to now suffer the same thing. So by force, that polygamy that they were looking for will become. Or is that the reason why Edochie was seeking for polygamy? Like, now that this thing is like this, there is a possibility that Ijele and my wife, Mary, will be going through the same thing. So let us stick together as a strong unit. Let us stick together as a family. Let us just maintain our polygamy and family of antiretroviral, that kind of thing. But Mary escaped the bullet. She escaped that bullet. She escaped it. Because at times, some people don't know when it happened, how it happened. They don't know. Sometimes they don't know. It's like a story that I heard back then. This lady said she had gone for a tattoo and something had happened to her. She said she was fine. In fact, our own took like 365 days. It took 365 days. Why it took that long, I don't know. But one day, they were in a party. She had slumped. That's the story. People say a lot of things. She had slumped. And when she slumped, they took her to the hospital. They did series of tests. They now decided to do this particular test. They now realized that there are a lot of military officers, soldiers, tiny ones that you cannot see with your eyes, that are living inside of her. Living inside of her. Living inside of her. Yes, living inside of her. From that day, she realized that something has happened to her. So she was now the one that traced and tracked. And she wanted to know the entry point. She now realized the entry point was when she went to do this drawing on her body. Well, it is what it is. It has happened. It has happened. This is how Mary escaped. Because it seems Edochie was trying back then to do the unimaginable to Mary. But she escaped it.